If you know that you're a chosen one, then this video is for you. You know that you are a chosen one, this video is for you. You were meant to awaken in this lifetime. Even if you have the slightest suspicion that you are a chosen one, you were meant to wake up in this lifetime. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. But if for some mysterious reason you're starting to attract these kind of videos about chosen ones, empaths, stuff like that, you are supposed to awaken in this lifetime. So your awakening is going to come by surprise. So you will not be prepared for this. You will not see this coming. You may think that you have awakened. I've had some conversations with people who thought they was awake, but they wasn't actually awake. Okay, so there's sometimes you have mini awakenings, small ones, here and there, and then sometimes you will have the big one. The big one will come, the major. Something they call the major awakening. Now, for the most of you guys who have awakened already, what you do now, you start walking back in your life. You walk back in time many years ago, ever since you was a kid. So you start analyzing everything, what was going on, what your parents were saying, what family members did. You remember all those times that you was locked out of the house. You remember all those times when you wasn't invited to family gatherings. You remember everything in detail. You remember everything that happened with your friends. Everything happened in school. The suspensions, the demotions in work, the expulsions. You remember the hardships. You remember everything in detail. And one of the most, what is that? What is that word? Liberating feeling is when you finally see that all these things happened to you was they were designed by the Most High, universe, God. Everything was designed perfectly. Everything was exactly happening the way it should have happened. So in other words, there is nothing happened by coincidence. There was no coincidence. You used to think that, oh, why is it all of a sudden? You was in love with this girl. Then she was like, oh, we cannot date because I like someone better than you, or this this relationship won't work. You remember everything people said. You remember everything people told you. You understand finally that everything was happening according to divine alignment. Every place that you went, whether it was just a place, whether it was a country, whether it was a visit you made in a particular environment, every single person you met, those people and those individuals and situations and events and circumstances, they were supposed to happen. It is all going to make sense. It is all going to make sense. You will see now they, what is that what they call it? You will see how intelligent the universe works. You will see how intelligent God did these things in your life. How intelligent God is. Because even the things you used to think back in the days that, oh, this was probably, maybe it was a mistake, you know? So you had that breakup and you was crying. You cried all night. This one broke up with you, you cried. Somebody rejected you, you were sad. All these little things that was going on, they was happening according to divine plan. Actually, everything that happened to you did not happen to you. It happened for you. And finally, you know that you start to see the bigger picture. You know, you start to see the bigger picture. You start to see what you're here for. You start to understand where it is you need to go, what it is you need to do. Everything starts making perfect sense. All your life starts making sense. You finally know you have been chosen, you know, to see the bigger picture, to do something different. So that's why you see why everybody else was, you know, easily going about their lives, doing what it is they need to do. You would see people move from A to B. Everything seems to be easy for them. Everything seemed to be easy for them. It wasn't for you. And sometimes you was like, "Ah, did God forget you, or what is going on? Did you know? How come all of a sudden everybody is getting what they want, and you was still the one struggling?" Then later on, you see that okay, so your journey was different, your path was different. You was on a different path because now you see all these experiences, what was going on, all these things, what was happening. So everything was happening to prepare you for the awakening, you know? Because you see, one of the things you understand as well, there is some people who are not here to wake up in this lifetime. So there is some people that will not wake up. They're just going to go about their lives. Probably they may wake up in the next lifetime. Who knows? But they're not meant to wake up in this lifetime. But awakening a person like you, a soul like you, awakening a soul like you, it required some major preparations. So there was some events that were supposed to happen, you know, that would lead you to this grand awakening. And everything was happening according to divine plan. It was carefully crafted and designed by the universe. So you are the chosen one, you know. So the people I'm talking about are the people who are the black sheep of the family. You have been the black sheep in the family. There's no doubt you're a chosen one. Even for the mere fact that you found this video, because you know these algorithms, you may think that there are some computers doing some work behind the scenes, which on the 3D we will think is the same. It is. But if it's true that there are some those background computers doing the algorithms, then how come that this algorithm has brought this particular video to you? You know, so that means that there's a message for you. You might be as well. There's a very big sign as well. You might be a chosen one. If this video just popped up by some mysterious reason on your screen, because the universe directs some of these contents to, you know, the right sources. If that was the case, the universe, if that was the case, the algorithm would throw the video to everybody in the world, but it chose particular individuals to beat this video. So you saw this video, you are the chosen one. So it's time to prepare. Prepare yourself for something very big, a major life-changing event in your life. But all those things are going to begin with a grand awakening. So there's an awakening going to happen first. Before anything makes sense and your life takes off, you are first of all going to go through a very huge awakening. So when you look back, you start to appreciate the lessons. All these lessons you thought that were punishments. Sometimes I've had videos, people they're like, oh, why is the universe punishing you? And why is this? Why is that? It wasn't a punishment. All these things was happening for you. These was lessons so that you could get to exactly where you needed to be. So in other words, the universe would move you from one point to another so you could be able to learn some things in a particular place. Sometimes you could have been required to move to a different country. A different state, town, city, whatever, different home. So in every place that you went, that is exactly where your next lesson was. So it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't happening by coincidence. You were supposed to be there. And if you look closely, at some point, you will know that you was in a particular place. There was something God wanted you to see. Even there's some things God wanted you to learn. Even the relationships you've been, the marriages, you will know that, oh, this person was with you 10 years, 20 years. There was a lesson there as well for you. Because you see, most of these lessons, they are the lessons that you're supposed to learn that are going to be very beneficial on your journey. So these are the lessons you are going to take with you along your journey, wherever it is, the universe, whichever destination the universe wanted to put you. There was those lessons that you were supposed to carry with you so that you could learn, because the chosen one, you're also a teacher. So there is things that you will learn along your journey. You will go through these lessons and you will learn things. And then eventually you will be the one to teach and to show other people what is going on. What have you learned on your journey? So you can be able to share these experiences with people, So there has been a very specific lifestyle you've had that has been very different from the people around you. It has been very different. You has been always the odd man out, the different one, the one that people thought was crazy, the one people thought was insane, the one that people thought wasn't going anywhere. People was like, scapegoating you around left and right. So he was the one. It has always been you, chosen one. It has always been you. And people will figure this out, that you was always the one, because as you wake up, you also send this, it's a very big shockwave in amongst the people that you knew, people around you. You send this big shockwave, and this shockwave also triggers other people. And they start to figure out that it was you this entire time. They just couldn't understand this way back in time. But now they start to see that you was the one. You are the one. So it is you, chosen one. Okay? You were destined to wake up in this lifetime. You were destined. It was by divine design that you were meant, regardless of what was happening, you were meant to wake up. And the fact that you have awakened, or you are on the way to awaken, it also means that you are here for the big picture. So you're not going to be pretty much, your life will not be like everybody else. You will not be doing ordinary things. You will not be like the person who is going to be doing what anyone else does and stuff like that. So you're going to be doing something completely different. It is going to be a completely different path altogether. Okay? So, chosen ones, all I want to say is congratulations in advance. Congratulations. I don't know what your journey is, what it looks like, where it is you're going, where it is you need to be, but I know there's something big for you. The only thing you need to do is prepare yourself. Okay? Prepare yourself spiritually, prepare yourself emotionally, prepare yourself mentally, because this thing, whatever it is that is destined for you, it is something that is going to change your life in a way you have never seen before. Motivational video for today. So let us know what you think about the video. Leave us a comment, share the page, like and subscribe. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. You can always book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzomos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.